host of first-time voters in Karnataka have a lot to say and are quite opinionated before the elections in the state. Let me chat with these students from the Jain University College for Management. As a citizen in general, I would like to say a stable government.
Okay, so something that I would want to address is congestion issues. Bangalore is the second most congested city in the entire world, and I face the traffic issues on a daily basis where I take like 35 minutes to cover a stretch of 5 kilometers.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yes, that's
So congestion, but you know you have a small city with an influx of population. It's really hard for any government to maneuver. So I don't know if there is a solution around that. But yeah, what would you like to say?
I would like means environmental issues. If you see like whole Bangalore is called land of lakes. Now in currently I would say like there's no talking on this environmental issues properly. I would say like we have to focus.
There's no discussion on environmental issues. And here we boast of Bangalore. Weather, I don't know if the weather is still the same, is it?
The weather is quite different because I'm not from Bangalore. I'm from Udupi, and you know,
Still from Karnataka. Same.
but the weather change has been so much more drastic because when I first thought of coming here, everyone told me, oh, it's going to be beautiful. The weather's amazing. It rains all the time, and then I came here and I'm like, that's not happening.
Manav is also an alumni now, a trainer at the same college that he passed out in. Manav, what's your take?
So I think 2014 was a breakthrough election because a lot of first-time voters were there. And now in 2019, we've seen a lot of dip in the first-time voters.
Yeah. The 35% dip in first-time voters compared to 2019.
Yeah, compared to
Compared to 2014, yes.
Right. So what's happening is, I think the educated youth, now we expect you to give us a roadmap to the manifesto and not just a manifesto. You tell me how you're going to fulfill the promises rather than just promising. Right?
So you're saying a manifesto is something that will lure first-time voters to come out and vote, is that right?
Yeah, I also feel that because as India became one of the populous country, the labor force in India will tend to increase. So I feel government should take initiatives to have a standardized layoff system, as in case in France we have. The standoff layoff period is 1 to 6 months, whereas in India we don't have that standardized layoff period. So I feel government should take steps in order to improve the working condition as well as to ensure the security for the laborers in India.
Somehow there's no plan that is concrete. You're always making plans and scrapping it, but when it comes to actual a layout of a city or a state, you can't do that. It's not, you're not writing it with pencil and rubbing it with rubber.
Yeah, so I would like to bring light on the EV policies that our government has brought. So there's been a significant jump in the EV registrations in Bangalore, and I just love the sound of EVs roaring around, and I believe it's really a very great initiative by the government for the environment as a whole.
Oh, okay, electric vehicles, but where are the plug points? I went to a mall the other day and it said EV station, like they had specifically parking meant for EV vehicles. But they had no charging points. So it's like they are welcoming the move without actual infrastructure building.
More towards I only see normal gas-powered cars in the EV parking spots nowadays.
Gas-powered. Oh yeah, that also.
Well, I think it all boils down to two simple points. One is about the distribution in terms of civic bodies that are present, which cause a lot of difficulties in terms of utilities that are used by the common man. Two very simple examples is one, like you mentioned, the EV sector that's already present. Two, you asked if there was a solution for this in the beginning with regards to how there is a lot of distribution. Right. Now, let's take two civic bodies, BMTC and Nama Metro. If both of them were to work in unison, we would solve half of that traffic problem that's currently present. The current ratio is 1:1 in terms of the people who are present and the number of cars, the vehicles they own.
You know, do you all notice wires hanging down in across Bengaluru city? Yeah, that's because lack of coordination between the BESCOM, the BBMP and all the other actual agencies who are ideally supposed to be working in tandem.